Here comes my ride down to Chelan. Stayed here at the Snoqualmie Outfitters last night in their hostel. Not the best experience ever, but it was warm and had some good breakfast this morning. So I'm walking up to Stevens Pass this morning, hoping to find a cup of coffee at the ski resort before I get on trail. And I jump back on, got about 4 to 5 days to finish the next section. So this is where the rich people come to play. Wish the ski lift could take me up this hill. So I just climbed for 2 hours, was on a flat spot for 35 seconds, and started back downhill. Most of this section of trail is supposed to go down through the woods for about 40 miles. So it'll be nice to get a little bit of a break from the exposure. Beautiful little pond up here on the mountain. Wish I had my fly rod with me. This section so far has just been full of these alpine lakes and ponds. Another beautiful pond up here with some primo camp spots, but it's just way too early to stop for the day. On trail, they call this a poo with a view. One of the locals told me, because of the way they're shaped and how far they're separated, that these represent 3 separate peaks. Climbers like to come up and climb them because they can bag 3 peaks in one day. One last look down at Trap Lake before I go over Trap Pass. It took me 4 hours to climb to the top of Trap Pass, and I was there for about 1 minute before I started back downhill. First look at Glacier Lake, which is my destination for the night. This section of trail, other than the obscene amount of climbing today, has been an absolute joy. I made it down to Glacier Lake. I'm not going to stay here long because the mosquitoes are really bad. There's one tiny little patch of snow left. There's a nice view of Glacier Peak off in the distance. So this is my campsite for the night, up here on this boulder. A great view of the valley and the lake below. So excited to sleep here tonight. Good morning. It was a beautiful night last night, watching the sun go down over the mountains. Everything I had out is soaked from the condensation, so I'm gonna have to have a drying out party today, but I'm up and I'm ready to go. Pretty good climb right out the bat this morning. Almost up to the pass. I made it to the top of the pass. Not a whole lot of views, but I got some snow-covered mountains ahead of me. Off in the distance there is Cathedral Peak, where we'll climb up to Cathedral Pass later today. Whoever maintains this section of trail has done an absolutely wonderful job. These are the Deception Lakes. From what I've heard, a really popular spot for people to hike into and camp on the weekends. So this was the first semi-sketchy water crossing of the PCT for me. Made it across with one wet foot. Now we're having a drying out party from the condensation this morning. Old guy walking made it to the top of Cathedral Pass. Woohoo! It was a blessing. These clouds rolled in during the hottest part of the day and the steepest part of the climb. It dropped the temperature about 10 degrees. Well, goodbye to Cathedral Peak. I don't think the phone will pick it up, but you can hear the roar of the river coming down the side of that mountain all the way across the valley. The lake down there is Deep Lake. There's some campsites down there. I might stay there for the night. So this is my view from camp tonight, and I have finally found the infamous Washington mosquitoes. Had a great little spot to camp last night. It was kind of cold down here in the valley by the lake, but I had some good company this morning. I'm gonna have to look up and see what these are. They're all along the trail. So the trail this morning has been following this ridge line down towards Spade Creek, where I'm gonna have to camel up pretty good because I've got about a 12-mile water carry up and over the ridge. Wow, thank you trail crews so much for cutting up all of these blowdowns. This is Spade Creek. Gonna stop here for a break, take care of some housekeeping things, and get ready to start the climb. Absolutely beautiful. I think I'm heading for the pass right over there. Beautiful view of Waptus Lake. Got a little smoke coming in from the fires in Canada again today. Some woodpecker has done some major work on this tree. These guys are crazy beautiful. I feel like I should be trying to take a ring up there or something.